time to start embracing our fears. It's time to start holding space for ourselves rather than running away. What is there to run from? So many of us are so trapped and lost in our thoughts, in our minds, as to what might go wrong, what has gone wrong, what you didn't do right, what you could have done better, who you could be, who you should have been, who you want to be, how you want someone else to perceive you, how you want to be loved in a certain way. And it's just this continuous loop of dissatisfaction, fear, and distrust. But the key is to just love yourself. And what does that mean? Like, love yourself. What does loving yourself really mean? For me, I'd say it's just to remind yourself that it's okay. Remind yourself that the more that you can, lean inwards and into your heart, no matter how dark everything may seem, even internally, not even externally, if you can choose that, if you can choose to say, you know what, I hold and accept myself no matter what. I forgive myself no matter what. I love myself no matter what is going on in my life. I will always have my back. See, the mind, the ego mind, wants to have control. It wants us to stay in that loop, that repetitiveness of fear. And that's its job. Its job is to protect us. Everybody says the ego is a bad thing, but we need it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's there to protect us, but sometimes it's protecting us way too much. And we've been trained and programmed to always go to the worst case scenarios and to keep ourselves in a dysregulated state. And to regulate is to be fully experienced. To regulate is to fully experience holding space for yourself and to honor what you're feeling rather than running away. Like, if you have a fear that comes across your mind, don't resist it. I know it's easier said than done because your body's going to clench up. You're going to get that hot feeling. Your mind's going to race. Oh my God, what about this? What about that? I can't let this person down. I can't do this. The reason why I'm able to make this video is because I've struggled with these things myself. And I'm not coming on here to get money or get views. I'm here to share the light of consciousness within you and within me, because I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to be lost. I still get lost from time to time in my thoughts and to my fears and to dysregulated states. And when we are in those states, we can never fully access the higher self because we're so in protective defense mode. It's literally until you can come back into the body, into the heart space, and be here in the now. When you're in those states, it's really hard to just, when somebody tells you to calm down, oh, you need to calm down. Bro, that's probably the worst thing you could say to somebody when they're in a dysregulated state or when they're feeling fear, or it's all gonna work out, don't worry. You ain't trying to hear that. At least me, I'm not trying to hear that when I'm in those states. And so the best practice we could do is to just accept it, to feel it, really observe it. What does that feel like? You know what I'm saying? Those regrets, those fears, those feelings of unworthiness. Just recognize also that it doesn't come from you, because what you are is wholeness. What you are is purity in essence, because it's consciousness. We are all consciousness. We are not our past. We're not our past mistakes. We're not our fears. We're not our relationships. We're not our name. We're not our future. We're not our title of what we do in the world. So many people are looking for a label. We're not a label, in my opinion. My opinion. The thing is it's okay to feel these things, guys. It's okay to feel fear. It's okay to to want to run away. You don't need to judge yourself more. You don't need to hate yourself more. You don't need to critique yourself more. You don't need to hide more. You need to love more. You need to hold yourself more. And by love and hold yourself, just be with yourself in those moments, you know, even if you got to be by yourself, you know, be by yourself then, you know, allow yourself, give yourself time and space to integrate. And what I mean by integrate is to observe, feel the sensations. Don't run from them. Observe those thoughts. Don't run from them, because the more you run, the more they're going to chase you, and they're going to be right around the corner. Even if you get away this time, those thoughts will be right around the corner again. Those fears will be right around the corner again. So the best thing that we could do is to honor and respect ourselves by loving ourselves, by holding space for ourselves rather than judging ourselves. There's no point in judging where you are in your life. Stop comparing yourself to other people, to other things. You know, you're exactly where you need to be. And that's the honest to God truth, or you wouldn't be there. Truthfully. There's a divine orchestration upon all of us, upon all beings, upon everything. In my opinion, we're all source consciousness. In my belief, throughout my journey, there's no separation in any of this. And that's the most beautiful thing ever. And we're actually so much more alike than we choose to believe, that we think. Like, so many of us have so many similar fears, but we're just afraid to talk about them. It's that fear, it's that thing. But the more we talk about it, the more that we embrace it, the more that we hold space for ourselves and hold space for others in an authentic way, this is how we can transcend the fear of the collective. Individually, collectively. And that's the truth, man. That's the truth. You know, we're all afraid. Everybody's afraid to not feel loved. That's the truth. And we try to mask it with items, with cars, with clothes, with labels, with status, with followers, with likes, with money. Money's the biggest one. And the more that we can accept what is right here, whether it be good, bad, once again, just a label, because everything is source. And we define also the meaning behind everything in our lives. You know, you get to decide, like, no matter what situation is propping up in your life, you get to decide what it means for you. You can either choose to allow this situation to empower you or to keep you stuck. And you can allow anything to empower you by realizing that it will just lead you to more self-love, because that's all everything is doing, if you choose to believe that. Or you could choose to believe that, oh no, it's bad, it's wrong, once again. But that's just that loop that I was talking about. It's that fearful loop. And then when you get out of it, you just allowed yourself to release the resistance, you know? Just release the resistance. Be okay with what is. Be okay with what you're experiencing. Be okay that you've made mistakes. Be okay that you're not where you want to be. Be okay that, you know, you have anxiety. Be okay that you've experienced depression. Be okay with these things. Honor your experience. Don't run away from it. There's nothing to run away from, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. We're all figuring it out. Every single one of us, you know? There's no right answer to any of this. Like, no matter how spiritual or how smart or whatever successful somebody may appear, we're all figuring it out, and nobody has the answers. And if they're telling you they got the answers, they're full of shit. And that's the truth. And it's okay. Like, it's all okay. There's nothing that needs to be resisted. And even the things that aren't good, maybe we have things that are in our life that we labeled, oh, this isn't good. Okay. That's fine. Let's buy into that for a second. Let's buy into, okay, this experience isn't good. I can't even tell you how many times in my life when experiences at the time that I thought weren't good actually led me to something so much greater, so much more expansive. and leading me towards more self-love, more self-realization, more self-trust, more self-embodiment. It all comes down to self. It all comes down to within. It all comes down to consciousness. You need to recognize that you are none of your fears. You are none of those bad things that you've experienced, the bad things. You're none of the good things either. You are. And it's okay. It's all okay. And if you can trust and create a new label, a new meaning to what you experience. For example, let's say you're on a walk and you drop your phone on the ground. Ah, damn, that sucks. I just dropped my phone. Like, this is my expensive phone. This is how but maybe you dropping your phone in that second helped you, you had to take the time to pick it up. Maybe that helped you in a way that you can never understand. Maybe your higher self made that happen to protect you. Maybe those fears that you have is something you have decided for yourself to experience in this incarnation, to conquer as a soul, on a soul level, for your higher self's growth. It's so much more expansive than we've been led to believe. And that's what I want you to know, is that you deserve to accept yourself. You deserve to love yourself. And you don't need to be ashamed. The best thing you could do is lean into your heart, no matter how painful it may be. And it can be very, very painful, especially when we've been through traumas. And I'm not saying to dismiss these things that you've been through, not at all. But I want you to hold space for them and allow yourself to feel them in your body, and allow yourself to embrace those thoughts rather than run from them. Because the more we could do that, the more it will leave our experience and we can open ourselves up to something new. The more we can manifest, Those old feelings and programs need to come up to be released. Those old bodily sensations of fear need to come up, need to be integrated, And that's the truth. You want to experience more love in your external world, start loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want a beautiful relationship, start creating a beautiful relationship within yourself. It all comes back to self. So stop running away from self. And by self, I mean the part of you that can never cease to exist. The part of you that is infinite. The part of you that just is right now and always will be. Your awareness. Step into awareness. Just observe. And trust, man. Just trust. Just trust. Trust with your heart. If you follow your heart, rather than closing it, keeping it rigid and stuck. Oh no, what if this? No, bro, just open up. Seriously, just open up. I know how painful it can be. I know how scary it can be. But that heart chakra is the most powerful thing in this universe. Truly. Yeah, we need them all the chakras. But that one, man, stop running away from your heart. Your heart is the most powerful tool in existence. Your heart. I'm talking to you. Your heart. Your heart is what inspires others. It's ironic. I got this little bookmark right here. Yoda would tell you the same thing, bro. Follow your heart. The heart chakra. He's green for a reason. George Lucas was definitely channeling some powerful stuff in that. So just embrace your heart, embrace your mind, embrace yourself, embrace your life, embrace your experiences, embrace it all, accept it all, and you will open yourself up to so much more. I promise you. There's nothing to run from. You don't need to run away from anything. You don't need to be anything for anybody. You need to be you for you. You need to love you for you. You need to create for you. And the more we can love ourselves instead of running away from ourselves and following fear and distrust, like I said, we're going to open ourselves up to so many more possibilities. Imagine what could go right, That's how I want to end this video off also. Just what if it all goes right? What if everything works out? What if it's always leading in your highest good? Because it is. At least I truly believe that. It is. And guess what? You get to decide what you believe. And what you decide you believe, the meaning you give is what you will experience. And that's the most beautiful gift we've been given by God, source, creator. You know, I don't think I got all the answers, but what I do know is when I choose to accept what I'm experiencing, when I choose to accept that, okay, yeah, I'm afraid of that. When I choose to accept, yeah, I made that mistake and I know I could have done that better. When I choose to accept my current circumstances rather than trying to fight it and manifest something else, usually I open myself up to so much more abundance, because the abundance is always within. It's within the heart. Like I said, your heart is the most powerful thing. Don't close off your heart for anybody or anything anymore, for any fear, for any worst case scenario. Just keep your heart open. Lean into it. That is where your power is. I promise you, your heart won't let you down. And not everybody is going to be connected to the heart, but that doesn't matter. It's the fact that you are, no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening in your life, internally or externally. If you can keep your heart open, and if you can accept yourself, love yourself, be with yourself, and know that it's okay. Know that you're being divinely guided. Know that it's a perfect divine orchestration. Know that your higher self has guided you throughout every step of your journey. To know that every step you take is leading you towards your highest good. When you are connected to your heart, you cannot fail. I promise you. So stay connected to your heart. Accept the love within you, no matter how painful it is. Accept your fears, accept your challenges, accept the things that you've been through, accept the grief, accept the loss, accept the pain. Don't run from it, because you're just going to keep that cycle going. And I see it all the time with so many people. So many people are just keeping the same cycle going and going and going. And it sucks. It sucks to see. But you can help yourself. You can't help everybody. You can't save everybody. But you don't even need to save yourself. You just need to be with yourself and embrace yourself. Embrace your experience. Honor your experience. Trust your experience. Trust within. Trust the love within you. Love yourself. Acknowledge the amazing qualities that you have. When those those challenging thoughts come up of, oh, look at me about this isn't going right, this isn't going right. Start thinking about what is going right. Start embracing what is working for you. This was a rant about acceptance, heart chakra, self-love, trusting your higher self, all kinds of stuff. So I just hope that it benefited you in any way. I hope that the universe has shown you that all the love has always been within you. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted. I got people running to their cars. It's real cold out here in Canada where I'm at right now. That's why I'm all hoodied up, bundled up in the whip. But yeah, this was a crazy rant. I just hope that whatever you take from this will help you love yourself more. And my boy Yoda would want you to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Just embrace your heart. Open your heart, no matter how scary it might seem, because that's where all your power is. That's where the power of the universe is. And I truly believe love created this whole thing. Love created this whole experience, man. This whole thing. We're so loved, or I don't think we'd be here. I think love is what keeps this world going too. Let that empower you. Love yourself. Lean into yourself. Don't run away. Follow me, Anthony Kineski. Subscribe, like, and share this video. Peace and love.